multiplying fractions comes in two main forms. The first form is multiplying a whole number by a fraction, and then just multiplying fractions by fractions. So let's take a whole number first. So we're going to take 4 multiplied by 3/5. So you might remember from the very first video I did about rational numbers and fractions and all, is that we can always write a natural number, this 4, as a fraction. So I would take this as looking at like this, 4 over 1 times 3 over 5. Now it's just two fractions being multiplied by each other. And the most simple way of multiplying fractions is multiplying the top by the top and the bottom by the bottom. Okay, so 4 times 3, which is 12, and 1 times 5, which is 5. Sorry, 4 times 3 is 12. Yeah, sorry, I messed up in my head. 4 times 3 is 12, 1 times 5 is 5. So we got 12 over 5. As you can see, what type of fraction is it? It's a mixed fraction, or an improper fraction. So let's turn it into a mixed number, that's what I'm trying to say. So 5, how many 5s are in 12? There are 2 5s in 12. So that means you 2, and how many left over? 2. So 2/5. So there's our first situation. Our second situation is, we're just in this situation already, right? So we've got, 2/3 multiplied by 4/5. Easy enough. Top by top, bottom by bottom. 2 times 4 is 2 times 4 over 3 times 5. I'll write it like this, clearer for you. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. And job's done. Job's a good one. Okay? So that's just multiplying fractions. It's very, very straightforward. One way you might see people phrase things is, would you be able to find 2/3? Could you find 2/3 of, let's take a real world example, 2/3 of 762 euro, right? 762 euro. So I want to, imagine that we're splitting money. One person is getting 2/3 of it and the other one's getting 1/3 of it. I don't know why this will happen, but that's what's happening. We want to find 2/3 of 762. All you have to do, it's the same as the one above, 2/3 multiplied by 762 over 1, and then multiply that out, okay? So it's fairly straightforward in terms of how to do this. I want to use a calculator because I'm not going to be able to multiply that very quickly in my head. So 762 times 2 is 1,524. 3 times 1 is 3. So that's what we're left with. And then you're going to work out how that actually is going to be broken down, right? I like to use a calculator for this. Divided by 3, you'll get 508. So you can just, you're not going to figure out that 3 times 508 is 154. But anyway, I like to do it on the calculator. It's a little easier. So 508. So 2/3 of 762 is 508. Okay, fairly straightforward. It's just multiplying. And that's multiplying fractions. Very straightforward. Next video is the division of fractions, and that'll be the end of rational numbers.